Take it. Yeah, baby.
I cannot believe this is our first night living together.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
I can't wait till I'm next to you.
Oh, me too. Gotta go, baby. Mwah. It was fun.
A few moments later.
Baby, you are the sexiest woman. What the hell?
You know, this doesn't happen very often to me, where I'm kind of left speechless. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the hell what the word I'm looking for is. Because look, after I finished this episode, I legitimately had to take a step back and go walk outside and touch some grass.
Yeah.
Beta! Mainly to, go move my car, because, I don't want a ticket. I'm sure many of you guys are wondering, what are my thoughts on this episode? And I have to say, this is the epitome of the your son calls me mommy now meme. I'm not even joking. This entire fucking that meme has been brought to life in this show.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the girl your son calls mommy.
Not only that, I'll be real, we also got to see some backstory. For those who are curious to see how Buttercup, of all people, got on this team, well, this episode covered it. Now, I'm going to run through the episode. It's not that much. To an extent, it's some, a couple flashbacks for Buttercup about how she joined the Magical Girls team, which was comprised beforehand of Blossom and Buttercup, where Buttercup beat the living shit out of a monster with a brick. I guess she took a few lessons from Reacher.
Do you know who you're talking to?
1, 2.
And she beat him real good with that fucking brick. What else? Well, we got to see Blossom interact with Alice in, non-uniform, where they just played in the park, and, it was a nice little moment, right? However, that moment soon led to a thought coming to the mind of Alice, where she then decided to use her powers against Blossom. And, look, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. This one, I could definitely say, not my thing. It did the whole baby fetish thing, and I was just like, no, let me rephrase that. I wouldn't go as far as to say baby fetish. What I think it was is Alice, as previously shown in the last episode, does take on, in her dollhouse, she essentially takes on the mom role. Ages up significantly, probably like a reflection of her mother, and she reverted Blossom to essentially a child. Now, I don't think it was, again, a case of in the dollhouse, reality's what Alice makes it out to be. Blossom, let's just say, reverts essentially to the mind of a child, essentially, right? And if you took the whole scene of like the whole baby, caring for the baby kind of scenes out of context and you just put them on a clip on YouTube, it looks wholesome and it's completely normal. And then you watch the show and you're like, oh, that's what that is. It's definitely interesting. I think it's safe to say that after this event and the look Alice gave to Blossom at the very end before stepping into the portal and just flat out leaving, going, "Deuces, bitch, I'm done with you." All I have to say is, Alice looked at Blossom and said, "Now your ass is mine."
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
Because at one point, Blossom did break free, and she reverted back to her normal age. Then she had a moment where she kind of looked at Alice and thought back to Alice without the uniform. Obviously, she doesn't know who Alice is, but the point still stands. That's who she immediately thought of, because she saw Alice look bored. Feeling bad for her and having this like kind of maternal confused instincts, decided to entertain Alice.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Despite the fact that what Alice was making her doing was embarrassing as all hell. But while all this is happening, right, we are getting glimpses from Buttercup about, as I said, how she joined Bubbles and Blossom and became a member of the Magical Girls team. The other thing that was kind of shown throughout, how the team kind of views Blossom, right? Especially Buttercup, which she's essentially the team mom. And you kind of see Buttercup kind of thinking about it and kind of going, you know what, I can live with this kind of situation, right? As much as it may annoy her, she can live with it. Obviously, then at the very end, both Buttercup and Bubbles, realize, oh, their friend is in trouble. They go check on Blossom, who is pretty much naked from the waist down. She still has her shirt covering her tits, but her cooch and everything's out in the open. It kind of ends that way. I got a couple laughs out of this episode. There's definitely some interesting developments and things setting up. I enjoyed it for the most part. Was it the best episode? No. Was it the worst? Not really. But yeah, like I said, this is the epitome of the your son calls me mommy now meme. Like, it really is. And honestly, I'm curious to see what happens next, because the creators or the animators have shown a penchant to like kind of willing to go out of order. So I'm curious to see what is going to be the next chapters that they animate for the story. Who knows? But what I do know is this was an episode that I think is definitely interesting. And it definitely shined a light on Blossom, because I have a feeling there's some unresolved things in her. At the very least, she has a fetish, much like Bubbles, who is pretty much the ultimate S of all, not the S. The ultimate, yeah, no, S. No, M, I'm retarded. I mean the ultimate M. My apologies. I'm not up to date with my kinks.
How dare you! You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry